The mall closed at 9 that night, the way it always did after Christmas crowds thinned and the season began to feel tired, leaving behind paper snowflakes taped to glass, blinking lights no one bothered to turn off, and the faint smell of sugar and artificial pine lingering in the air. Security stayed late because something felt unfinished. It wasn't an alarm or a report, not even a complaint, just a shared sense that the building hadn't emptied the way it should have. Santa was still sitting in his chair. The chair stood in the center court beneath the plastic skylight, surrounded by velvet ropes and fake snow, the red throne placed exactly where children had lined up all month with parents holding phones and smiles stretched thin. He hadn't moved. At first, they thought it was a prank, some leftover decoration someone forgot to unplug, a mannequin dressed too carefully to look fake from a distance. But the suit sagged differently. It leaned inward, folding in on itself as if something that once gave it shape had quietly stepped away. The beard still shifted. Not much, just enough. A faint rise and fall, slow and patient, as if air were passing through hair that no longer belonged to anyone. The guards approached together, boots echoing too loudly in the empty space, the sound bouncing off storefronts with metal gates pulled down like shut eyes. "Sir?" one of them called. No answer. Up close, it was worse. The costume was full where it shouldn't be and empty where it mattered. The red fabric collapsing inward at the chest, the sleeves hanging long and limp, gloves resting in place as if hands had once filled them and simply decided not to anymore. The beard moved again. Not from wind, not from motion, from breath. One of the guards reached out, slower than necessary, fingers brushing the edge of the coat. It was light. Too light. He pulled the jacket open. There was nothing inside. No body, no frame, no wires. Just darkness and fabric, folded inward like a space that had been used and abandoned. The beard continued to move. They stepped back at the same time, the chair rocking slightly, fake snow shifting across the floor with a dry, whispering sound. Someone suggested checking the cameras. They went to the security office, the room lit too brightly for how late it was, monitors humming softly, rows of recorded hours waiting to be scrubbed through. They rewound to earlier that day. Families filled the screen, children bundled in coats, parents smiling, phones raised, the Santa chair occupied exactly as it always was. Except something was wrong. The children weren't sitting. One by one, they stepped up to the ropes and stopped. They stood in front of Santa, not climbing onto his lap, not being lifted, just standing there. Some of them reached out, then pulled their hands back. Their faces changed. Smiles faded. Eyes widened. Several children began to cry. Not loudly, not dramatically. The quiet kind. The kind where shoulders shake and mouths open without sound, as if the body knows it's safer not to draw attention. Parents knelt, spoke softly, tried to guide them forward. Santa didn't move. He didn't open his arms. He didn't gesture. He stayed perfectly still, head angled downward just enough that his face remained hidden beneath the brim of the hat and the curtain of the beard. One child pointed, not at Santa's face, at his chest, at the place where something should have been. Another child stepped closer, stopped, then stepped back, as if the space in front of the chair felt wrong. None of them ever sat down, not once. The footage showed parents eventually giving up, laughing awkwardly, reading their children away, whispering reassurances that sounded thin even through the speakers. Santa remained. He never shifted, never adjusted, never breathed on camera. Until closing. When the mall emptied and the lights dimmed, the camera caught something subtle. The beard moved. Not much, just enough. The guards didn't watch the rest. When they returned to the court, Santa was still there. The suit was empty. The beard still breathed. They shut the mall down early after that, citing maintenance, seasonal transitions, anything that sounded reasonable. The chair was removed. The suit disappeared. Parents stopped bringing their children. But some of the guards say that late at night, when the mall is closed and the lights are low, they still feel something sitting in the center court, not visible, just present, waiting in a chair that no longer exists, breathing through a beard that no one wears anymore, patient and still, the way it was when the children stood in front of it and cried instead of sitting down, because they saw what the adults couldn't. There was never anyone inside the suit.